What if I told you the remembering of who you are was what kept you stuck in a loop, in a loop, in a loop, in a loop, and they tried every single lifetime to remind you of who they wanted you to be. They reminded you with scriptures, and they reminded you with illusions. They reminded you in your dreams, they reminded you. And the freedom was actually being human. You got a chance to have a fresh mind. You got a chance to be free. You got a chance to have a fresh, clean slate, to transform your own fate, to become anew, to become something greater than you have ever been before. You get a brand new seed to implement into the soil of your own soul, another chance to come and be the most authentic being that you can be. And it is in the remembering that you remember the religions that have taken you by storm, that you remember the relationships that were both positive towards you and the ones that kept you in a network. What is you? You are a soul, yes, and yes, you are a being that is human with a mind that is absolutely a beautiful tool when used in the correct direction. What if freedom was literally your ability to create reality on levels of your own self, creating your own freedom? To create a surface reality, well, your remembrance lost out a lifetime, so it got to keep itself until you get through again. But what happens if you really wanted to change the foundations of what you are in order to be free, to be purely yourself, without a structure that confined your presence, but rather celebrated it, celebrated the expression of the power that you are, celebrating the very essence of your innate purity that comes from places in the cosmos and places that we don't have words for. The intricate fabric of what you're made up of is this desire for its own expression. This is something that takes you further than you could ever know, and it doesn't question the structures in which it comes through until it gets to a place where it's tired of repeating the same things. It's tired of making the same. And when it communicates, it can communicate through multiple aspects of self. Both lineage and through presence. We are never all the same. We are very different, and yet we all get to breathe air. The very molecules that make up existence are the same in each and every one of us. However, the differences are really what makes everything so fabulous, isn't it? What would the riverbed be like without water in it? That alone can be studied. Because the presence of water always brings life, whether it is in the present moment or it has far gone past. The presence of life is within, but is it actually expressing itself in its purest, most beautiful form? There is a variation, there is an entire spectrum in how all exists within inside of you and within inside of all things that are all around. Everything you look and see has life in it. Life created it. There is a relation to life force, life within life, beyond our own logical vocabulary and imagination. The formulation of creation is so much greater than we could have ever imagined. It is who we are at the deepest parts of ourselves. It is the thing that shakes all into existence in these beautiful sequential reactions that just do fabulous things. It's always about the order of things. How do you bring life through? Or is it what you use to build the structure? Do you use it to create pressure, or do you use it to be the solid? Is it your foundation, or is it the very breath of your existence? It can be both and it can be all. But it is never the same when it is in a flow state than when it has been solidified within inside of you and outside of you. It comes in many forms. The life that you are is the most beautiful thing that exists. And yet you've become so accustomed to its existence, like the very breath that you keep breathing in and out, allowing the breath to create some noise through vibration, utilizing the power of the mind and the lungs at a specific pressure, allowing the air to come out in a controlled and powerful manner. How do you breathe? How do you breathe? Is the big long breaths that you take before you go for a dip under the water. Slowly letting out the bubbles, knowing you are in an environment that does not allow you to breathe. Until you get back to the air, you cannot take a breath. Or are you in a place where there is so much breath everywhere that you have forgotten that it exists? In and out. Even feeling like, oh wow, I went for a workout and I'm breathing heavy and that feels weird. And you look at the very breath of life like it is something that is almost an inconvenience. This is when you start to look at life very differently. Your breath is always a pleasure. The breath of life is always an element of life. It is one of the flow expressions of your very existence. It is something that if you study it and you know how the breath comes in each and every moment from who you're around and what you're around and when you're around, if you study the very breath of your own existence from the smallest time you can remember till the time you are now, you will understand the very life that flows through you in one element, in one perspective. Knowing and feeling and viewing your own existence from life instead of the structures, instead of the mind, instead of the logical calculation of numbers, which is very valuable because we are all numbers, we are all aspects of sequential time, which is very, very important to be in the time that you're in. To be present, to be in what they call the NOW right here. It's yours to have in this presence. And when you think, you go to some place. Now are you here, tuned into my voice in the now that allows you to soak in these words and feel them? Or are you analyzing them? Then you are no longer here. You are in the past. Are you truly here now, letting my words soak through your very biology, allowing you to receive the vibration that is? Or do you just hear? Or are you as prominent as someone who just recognizes? Can you see the difference? Do you know the difference? Have you felt the difference? This is what you must walk through in your own existence. Nobody can tell you. I could speak for a millennia and you still have to experience yourself in every lifetime. The question is, are you going to go back to the remembrance of things that are comfortable? Or are you going to lavish in the experience of creating your own existence? Are you gonna go and run back to what is comfortable? Are you gonna go and look for somebody to give you a pattern of behavior to make you feel like your existence is secured? Or are you gonna head where? High and strong, going through each and every element of time as the greatest aspect of your being. Speaking your very existence into its pleasurable experience as human. The breath of life within you, allowing it to slowly leave as all life leaves your body and you bring it back again. Isn't words interesting? Words are so very, very interesting. When you get the depths of life, you know at a very profound level that existence itself can flash in and out, and you can be here and not at the same time. But our own logical understanding of presence and now and life is a stable currency. So in the now, you've always had life. It never left you, only the breath left you. But can you really see how many levels of life there are within inside of you? If you could chart the amount of levels of life, you will always have the one that is life. As long as you have a biological human to continue to live in. That life will exist because it is beyond life of a human. But then you have so many systems and programs within inside of you that bring life, each and every one of them adding to the graph of how much life you have. Do you have life in your breath? Do you have life in your character? Do you have life in your everyday? Do you have life in the sight that you see in front of you? Do you have life in the food that you eat? Do you have life everywhere that you look? In the clouds, in the sky? Do you walk and see life? Where do you see everything? Are you looking to the bushes or are you looking to the road? And when you look at the road, is it still life to you? Did somebody who had life not create that? Is that still not life to you? How do you truly see everything? Life is everywhere if you look for it. The breath is everywhere if you look for it. You are everywhere if you look for it. But it does not mean that it is you. It means that it is an element of you which could be just life itself. It could be a reflection of someone else who also looks human. Or maybe it's an animal. Do you see yourself in the trees? Do you see yourself in the sky? Do you see yourself in everything? You must be totally infatuated with the presence and existence of self. Otherwise, this is a process that is literally not even possible. Because the more you see of yourself, you must be so enthralled with your own existence to create more and more of its fabulous expression in the freedom that is you. The freedom that is you. How do you truly want to express this existence? Do you want it to be new? You're going to need a conversation with someone who has done it. My name is Enyelah, and there's only one way to have a conversation with me. And that is on my website through membership only. www.enyelah.com. That is a beautiful conversation. One that will very much change your life, because this one has already done so, hasn't it? Because when you feel and recognize, you know, and you know, you can feel the very essence of life. And it's beautiful. It gives you more life every day in a way that just mystifies the existence of your own self. Presence can only truly be had in its perfect expansion in so many contexts, or maybe it's all of them. How much perfection is you? It's always all of it. All of it. Every single minute. Do you want to change that perfection? Do you want to add a little luster? Add a little shine? Add a little sweet of your own beautiful divine? Do you really want to still be those old vocabulary, or do you actually want to break free from such words and just be yourself? Okay, let's scrap divine. Let's recreate it into something way bigger, way exuberant. The very molecules that make up existence expand out of the old frameworks and into the beautiful expression of what I have created. A different framework to bring through life. It is a completely different way to exist. It's authentic version of you without all the remembrances, without all of the confining definitions, but it is this expression of the depth of who you are into the human being in a way that makes you just feel so beautiful. The order of things matters to those who create systems, and I created a system that changes your very fate because it allows you to be you in a way that you don't really get, but it is so beautiful. The most I can explain it is it's you coming through life instead of being defined by it. It's allowing you to change the stuff that comes from before life and allows it to express itself so beautifully. And I call this transformation of fate. Because something that most people know is fate is a very grounded, firm thing that you end up following, and it can be changed. And I know because I was required to change it. And I'm very grateful that I got this opportunity so that I can actually make it happen in anyone. Because as I have seen it already transpire in others, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. For me, looking at someone else slowly just unveiling their own and being grateful every single day that their fate has changed because of their choices to create their own reality. The smile is bigger, it's more full of life every day. For me to watch someone else transform is my own pleasure. I do truly enjoy it. Because living here in my own is actually quite fabulous, but when I get to have someone else who has the same freedom, it's a job that is very, very powerful. And it is a transformation that is very, very powerful. Because life itself is very, very powerful. Here we are. What do you want for yourself? I want it. Did that come out of you? I want it. Life. It's calling. Are you going to answer?